We're back here live at the Plaza Club. Sorry, too loud in your ear. My apologies. So again, we're at the Frostbank Plaza Club. It's our Miss Entrepreneur Role Model Search, where we recognize successful women in business and we develop role models for our future entrepreneurs. And why is that so necessary today? Because women are changing the world. We have a gift. We're able to bring life onto the planet. There's a magical, spiritual gift about that. And so it's fun for me to see how amazing some of these women are that I'm getting to meet and getting to see in business. Up next, I actually have Miss Aurora Deiri, just like Sweetie on Valentine's Day, Aurora Deiri. She is the owner of Pasha Mediterranean Grill. So I'm happy to introduce her onto the interview, onto our red carpet. Hello, Miss Aurora.
Hi, Rachel. How you doing?
I'm fabulous. Great to see you.
Wonderful event. It's a beautiful night, too.
It is. First day of spring, too.
Yes. Happy spring.
Happy spring. I know we've got an unseasonably strange spring happening, but maybe that means we'll have a lower, a less intense summer.
I hope so.
So I'm curious. I know you're involved in so many different efforts, and there's so much philanthropically that you do. The impact that you have on San Antonio. Tell our viewers what it is that you do, and tell us about Miss Aurora.
Well, we own Pasha Mediterranean Grill. We've had the restaurant now for about 3 to 5 years, depending on which location you talk about. The oldest is 5 years old.
How many locations?
We have 3 locations right now, and 1 being built presently out by the Forum.
By the Forum. Wonderful. So business is booming.
Yes, it's going really well.
Awesome. My girlfriend actually took me to your restaurant for the first time. I had never been, and now it's one of my favorite spots.
Oh, thank you. That's what we want to hear. I met my husband in Greece, but he's from Syria, and our partners are Persian. So we are giving you the entire Eastern Mediterranean cuisine all in one restaurant. It's really a different concept.
Yeah, it absolutely is. The bread was amazing.
The big naan.
the naan, is that what we call
Yes.
it? Yes, it's great food. So how did you guys start the business? How did you guys come to San Antonio?
Well, we moved from Greece back to the States when I was pregnant with my first child, and that was some 28 years ago. And I just wanted to come for the good medical facilities, and then our plan was to go back to Greece. We had a pearl business there, a jewelry business. But my husband's a chef. He's always been a great cook, and so he started a Euros restaurant in the food court at Rolling Oaks Mall when we came down here, and it took off. He sold it, and he decided he wanted to do another one. He missed it. He just loves being around food, and it's good for me because I don't really cook. So I get
match made in heaven.
Not only now do I not have to cook, I don't have to do dishes.
I love that.
I love it too because I'm the type, I need to be out in the community. I decided to start this international basketball team with the ABA, the American Basketball Association, back in 2008. And we saw a film that was premiered here in San Antonio. We did a green carpet premiere instead of a red carpet because it was a film about going green, and the film was called Fuel. And our team was so inspired by that we decided to name our team Texas Fuel, and to represent the old oil industry moving into the new futuristic oil of the algae fuels and the biofuels. And so we kind of represent how Texas is a part of all of that.
So can you explain to our viewers what that impact is, where the transition from the old oil into the new oil, what that means for people who might not know anything about that?
It really hasn't completely happened, and I don't know if it ever will, because of the oil boom, the current oil boom here with the Eagle Ford Shale. The older traditional oil is still alive and well and thriving here in Texas.
Sure.
But there are certain companies who are, like Shell and some others, who are experimenting more with the biofuels.
Sure.
And even Willie Nelson, for a while, had his own Bio Willie.
Bio Willie.
Our basketball team was affiliated with him, and we were helping to promote Bio Willie while it was still around. And I think that it just hasn't picked up because if you go and look at a map, you can't find where to buy biofuel. We had a biofuel bus, and we couldn't even find biofuel when we would take the team on the road. And it was really difficult to transition the bus back and forth between regular fuel and biofuel.
Sure. So do you have a mainstay and a source now that you guys depend on? Or
well, we sold the biofuel bus, so we're looking for a new one. But we still promote carpooling. All of the guys on the team carpool. They come from all over the United States to play with us. We have a Basketball Hall of Fame legend coaching and as general manager of our team, Mr. Neville Shedd. from the film Glory Road, you may remember.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yes, he was with the Texas Western team that won the NCAA championship.
Sure.
And the only team in Texas to ever do that, by the way. So we've got quite an inspirational figure with our team. We've played Japan, China, Mexico. And Japan has invited our team to go to Japan and talk to the kids there about the environment, what we do here in Texas and the United States. So share some ideas
because
with them.
the fuel's focus is to promote the biofuel.
Well, not just the biofuel, but to save the environment. We really try to teach kids to reuse, reduce, recycle, to conserve water. We teach them anti-bullying. We teach a literacy program. We have a lot of different campaigns, but our team's mission is to also help to educate about the environment, saving the environment, recycling, and I have a dream of one day having an interactive computer site for schools where they can follow our team wherever we go. Say we go to Japan and we visit the nuclear disaster site.
Sure.
Children could participate by giving ideas and brainstorming about what could be done to help the Japanese people to clean up the environment over there. So that's something that's fun for me, and we're looking forward to hopefully working with VIA, because VIA now has some biofueled buses here in the
I
city.
remember reading about that. Are they upgrading their whole fleet? Is that what's happening?
We're hoping that they will, and what would be beautiful to see would be if school buses all across Texas would be changed over. In Las Vegas they did, and they say that instead of smelling like a toxic mix of chemicals around the buses, now it smells like French fries, which may or may not be a good thing for the kids.
Might make them hungry. But I'm very pleased about, and I'm sure this is probably a passion of your heart too. The food in the school systems, obviously being
healthy food. We really promote healthy food at Pasha Mediterranean Grill. We have a lot of grilled food, as the name implies, a lot of the Mediterranean seafood and salads, and
and it is good. Let me tell you, if you're in San Antonio, you need to go now. Run, don't walk.
The Arabs and the Persians love vegetables, so you'll have a lot of stews that incorporate eggplant, zucchini, and other vegetables that you might not see in another restaurant here.
Yeah, your food's amazing, totally amazing.
Thank you.
As far as charitable organizations, I know obviously the ABA is one of them. I saw your vendor booth, and again, we'd like to invite any women who are in business, even men. If you have a business and you want to be highlighted, featured, you can get yourself a vendor table. You can log on to missentrepreneur.info and register for a vendor. You can advertise on our website. You can even advertise on our live feed right now. We can get your logo up, get you spotlight, get you on the red carpet. There's a lot of different things that we do, not just to recognize successful women like Miss Aurora and Pasha and what they've done for San Antonio and the economy here, but what they're doing on a global scale with things like Japan and biofuel, which is fabulous. It warms my heart to see that, we sometimes look at the exterior and we really don't understand that women like this are doing things because this is emoting to their heart. It's a passion of their heart. So I know you have other charitable organizations too that you're affiliated with.
Decided through the restaurant and the basketball team to really try to make a bigger impact through the community with these basketball players, because people look up to them.
Sure.
They're role models. So we take them out and we do all kinds of events. Everything from, we did an event against human trafficking to help raise awareness. Spoke on the radio about that, and we invited someone from Traffic Jam. They do concerts all over the world to raise money to rescue victims of human trafficking. So they came down here to San Antonio and actually got to go with us to another event, the Celebrity Dinner, which helps the Center for Family Relations. We support them every year with our basketball players coming to serve the judges and some of the other prestigious members of the community, while raising funds to help to have exchanges that are safe. When it's a court-ordered custody exchange, you want to make sure that you have someone monitoring who really can keep things under control.
Sure.
And so that organization is one that we also donated books for the children when their father is there having his custody time with the children, that he can read to them. So we actually collected 8,000 books.
8,000 books on a book drive?
8,000 books. There was an International Reading Association convention here. We partnered with the American Basketball Association and the IRA to get some of the convention exposition members, like the National Geographic, Scholastic, and other bookmakers, to donate a certain portion of the books that they brought for the conference to us to then in turn distribute to different nonprofits here in San Antonio, like the St. Vincent de Paul Summer Reading Program, the Center for Family Relations, the Rotary Clubs, and other organizations that needed them.
I think that's wonderful. When I first got my entrepreneurial start, I delivered newspapers, and there's something about the touch, the feel, the smell of that newspaper that you miss. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love my electronic digital books, and it's great for travel. But I think it's great that you're bringing that element. You're keeping it there. There's such a movement now. All these schools who are putting their kids on iPads and technology, which is great. It's awesome.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
I probably got scoliosis from my book bag.
But don't you treasure some of those books? I mean, I saw The Wolves of Willoughby Chase there at the convention, and it just took me back to being a child. And that book, I must have read it so many times. It was all dog-eared and worn out by the time my little sister got a chance to read it. But certain books are very, very special, and you treasure them, and then you want your children to read the books that you read and enjoyed when you were a young child.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's so good, Miss Aurora, to talk to you. You're such a fascinating woman. It's just such a pleasure.
Thank you, Rachel.
To get to speak to people like you, and I look forward to seeing your business succeed in San Antonio, and who knows, maybe we'll be opening up a spot in Austin.
Thank you. And we'll have the ABA All-Star Shootout this weekend on Sunday out at St. George, Maronite Gym at 3 p.m. with some of our All-Stars, and Will, who is here, Will Logan, is one of our basketball players. He'll be there.
Awesome.
We're in playoffs right now, so wish us well, and hopefully we'll bring back a trophy for San Antonio.
Go San Antonio Fuel.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Rachel.
All right, have a great evening. Thank you for coming.
Too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Miss Aurora Deiri, owner of Pasha Mediterranean Grill and philanthropist and charitable contributor to San Antonio, somebody who's bringing a lot of social and economical impact to what San Antonio's got going on here and on a global level, internationally, as you heard her effort with Japan. This is exactly why Miss Entrepreneur is such a network, such an opportunity to really to get in touch on a grassroots level with the efforts of inspiring women like that. I mean, these women have so much going on. They're not just, family. They don't just have families. They don't just have husbands. They have businesses. They have multiple businesses. So again, that whole trapeze juggling artist thing, Miss Aurora is a complete exemplification of that. And we're so excited that our network gets to be in touch on a very intimate level with these women. So look forward to updates from Miss Aurora. And like I said, get out to Pasha Mediterranean Grill. Watch the Texas Fuel. We'll be back with you very soon.